Welcome to Toyfeld, the toy show about nothing and everything. If you're like me and you collect way too much stuff, then you've come to the right place. Here we're going to talk about toys from new to retro, all things Lego 1/6 scale, movies, cosplay, camera gear, sneakers, and much more. The list goes on. Where did all these action figures and, where did it come from? Were you like a big collector of action figures and stuff when you were a kid, or you were more of a gamer? Where did it all come from?
I was growing up, I was a gamer from really little. Basically, Dad kind of did what I've done and bought me an Atari 2600 when I was too young to even play it. So, grew up playing games, but the action figure side of things, I'd always had a spot for it. Like, I collected the sort of Street Fighter stuff purely because I was a Street Fighter fan. And as a kid, I collected Ninja Turtles because, every kid with a heart played Ninja Turtles. So,
yeah.
And then, when I got into Instagram, my missus got me into Instagram, I just happened to one day take a picture of, I think I had a beast figure I picked up at a market in my blanket, and I put him in a picture, and it got a bit of attention. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, I might see what else I can do. And then started hashtagging it, and then a few, like Randy GBH, I don't remember him. He got onto me, and Iron Mike and stuff like that. And then it started snowballing. I was like, oh, I need to get more figures to do more variations, and then just kept going. And then now it's just, and then it's just got to this point where I'm like, fuck, I'm in it deep now.
Aren't we all? Do you think being able to actually show your action figures to people and them actually appreciate them has driven you to then get more? Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the way it is for everyone, eh?
Having a room where you can have stuff on display and, just have, for people to see, almost like a museum. Like, you just want to keep bringing that wow factor. So even when people are coming around on the regular, you want to keep them going, oh man, that's so cool, I've never seen that before, I can't believe you got this. It becomes like a dopamine hit, really. You just get addicted to that sort of feeling, like being proud of what you've collected, really. It's kind of strange, but
and
it's cool.
The hunt in the collection as well, especially I know it must be the same for you with games, because I'm not a hardcore collector like you, but I know I get the same type of, I get pretty excited to go and just go think, something will pop into my head and I'll be thinking, for me it's mostly movies, but also action figures and things, but I'll go hunt everywhere for a movie that, most of the time sometimes they don't sell them, most of the time they do, but the hunt of it and things like that, and the collection just keeps building. Is that the same for you as well with the games?
Yeah, absolutely. I had a few weeks back, I'd organised a day with one of my mates to just go around Perth basically and hit up all these retro shops and op shops and things like that, just for game hunting, purely because I hadn't actually done a day like that in maybe 8 or 9 years or something like that. So I just said, let's go on a hunt. Let's see what we can find. Like, yeah, absolutely, man, I'm down for it. So it was so good, so much fun.
Yeah, awesome. So you actually went and did it then.
Yeah,
cool. And how many did you pick up?
I ended up I picked up 3 games.
Yep.
Because it's hard for me to find stuff that I haven't.
That you don't have, yeah.
When I got Mac Rider on NES, Wolverine Adamantium Rage on Super Nintendo, and I got Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. So I spent about $100. So that wasn't bad.
And so because you're getting so close to your collection, do you have do you put it in your notes in your phone or something so that you know what ones you actually need, or do you remember off the top of your head?
Bit of both. I have a notes list on my phone, but the reason I got into buying all 243 was because I bought these end labels for my 64 games that, because you don't know which one's which when you've got them on the shelf. So I bought these end labels off eBay for like $50, and I was like, put them all in the games, and then I had all these ones left over, and I was like, well, I'm not going to throw these stickers out because I've spent $50 on them. So,
so you spent another $500 to keep your $50.
Yeah, exactly.
Good justification. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I will collect the whole one.
Oh man, I think it's awesome. It's fucking healthy. I think to have something to, be thinking about at work and whatever else. Like you got to have hobbies and passions.
Yeah,
otherwise, what the hell are you going to be working all week for? So, and that's why that's why this podcast is. That's why I started it, because like we all seem to like so much variations of shit. Like, and it goes from action figures and movies to games to so much stuff, and you're like me, you can get trapped in, I wouldn't call it a hole, but I'd call it things go around and you just go, right, well, I'm just going to be a gamer now for the next 6 months, and all your energy just goes kaboom. And isn't it insane? Like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. It's got to be a condition, obsessive compulsive action figure collecting junkie or some bullshit. But yeah, man, I'm the same. It's insane how you can. I fucking sometimes live and breathe what I'll be focused on at certain points in time, and then what I don't understand is I can't even answer this myself. I can't answer how I could near on watch every single YouTube video. I fucking search hashtags. I will drill the world to try and find like what I'm actually hunting for at that point in time. And then when I get it, or if my focus, like usually it's when I get it, that's sweet. But if my focus somehow changes, I don't know how the fuck I'm just like, right, I'm on to the next. I'm on to the next conquest. How the hell?
Oh, it's so true.
Oh man, it's insane.
I know.
So you're a bit like me at the moment with the action figure game, especially Marvel Legends. Like, I actually have submitted and just for ages there I couldn't, but I've submitted and just thought I can't keep up. And I don't. I'm happy to not keep up. And I don't know whether I'll get the itch, but I don't have the itch to even try and chase what I've missed. I think I've cured myself of one portion of my addiction. if you can do something like that, but I think I solved it by saying, right, going forward, I only really want Jim Lee X-Men. I'm not going to get anymore because like you said, it's just too hard to keep up, and even with the Jim Lee X-Men, I haven't even tried to keep up with those. Like, I haven't got the new Wolverine, which everyone's raving about, which I do want.
It's good.
But yeah, man, I'm in a spot at the moment where I've got nowhere to settle this stuff up. But
that's the other problem.
Have you seen I've got a big shed going up hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, man, it is going to be the man cave of fucking dreams. I can't wait. It's actually a bit overwhelming, to be honest, because I'm thinking like, fuck, how do I set this up? What's going to dominate? But it's a big bastard, and it's got a really high roof in it as well. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting some like a little gaming room. I want to get like I actually do want to get like a CRT TV and hook up like all my consoles. That'd be cool just to have that just like flick the switch, it's playing. And I really need somewhere cool to set up all my figs, but I still haven't really ironed it out how I want to set them up. Like, I don't know whether I want to go glass cases, shelves, and it's a big thing that's coming up. Lucky it's going to be Chrissy holidays, so
plenty of time.
Yeah, man, it's 9 by 15, the shed.
Wow,
so it's like 3 double garages. She's a big beast.
Yeah,
but like I've got a little car that I'll put out there, and I'll put my gym out there, and then I want to build like some rooms, and maybe insulate them and aircon them, or who knows, you know. And then again, how much time will I spend out there? So, actually, that's a good question. Here's one I've always wanted to know about guys who collect retro games, especially as, like, you've got a stack. How often at this stage are you playing them? Will you play a different game every night, or if you buy one, will you play it, or will it just sit there?
No, I normally play it at least to just test it, to make sure it works.
Yeah.
But I mean, Red Dead Redemption's taking up a lot of my time at the moment. Obviously, that's yeah. And then before that was Spider-Man. So, but no, I probably almost every weekend. Like, I'll have a mate. Like, I had last Friday night, I had one of my mates over and we played Battletoads on Super Nintendo, and then we played Smash Brothers Brawl on Wii. So yeah, like, and I played Donkey Kong 2 that day as well. So I try and play at least once a week and get something out and have a crack at it. But
yeah, cool.
It's not with Red Dead Redemption at the moment, that's just goal consuming.
Yeah, look, I think I might buy it for Christmas. I actually had it written on my calendar because I love Western shit. Like, that's like, fuck, I love Western movies and that. Like, and I had Red Dead Redemption on my calendar for like this entire year. Like, it's coming here, I'm going to get it. I haven't bought it. Two of my mates went and bought it on the day. Normally I do. And they're like, why? You've been talking about it forever. The only reason I said why I hadn't is because I'd bought, what was the game I bought not long ago? Like an Assassin's Creed or something like that. And I played it for like two or three nights. And then I haven't played it since.
Okay.
And I was thinking, you know what? At this point in time, like, I was concentrating on the podcasting and things like that. I was thinking, nah, fuck it. I've got to get, get into what what would I call it? I wanted to make sure I was getting the creative side that I wanted to do at least done and dialed before I then had some fun playtime. But I think Christmas is, I think Red Dead Redemption's coming this Christmas for sure. But so how far are you through that game?
Total completion about 40%. So
wow, because it's a beast, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean that includes everything, like side quests and like all the little bits and pieces you got to do. So main story wise, probably, I don't know, 50 to 60% through.
Yeah, right.
It's hard to say.
And what about Spider-Man's? It's worth a buy, obviously. Everyone loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you ever played Batman Arkham Asylum,
it's like that.
It's like the definitive version of Spider-Man in a video game, as to what Batman was for Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. So. I really like the Arkham Asylums. I definitely played them. It's like like we're talking about. Like, I'll need to think of a term to call it, but where I'm in a bit of a I'm not in a gaming phase at the moment. I'm still in a bit of an action figure and Lego phase, but I'm also in a bit of a creative podcasting type of phase. And I've just somehow fucking stumbled upon, now I'm back into making music as well. I don't know how the hell I even got onto that. Like, so each night I've got the synthesizer out and I'm fucking like do, and I'm driving to work with bloody, retro music every day, and I'm like, yeah, and that's all it takes. That's how addictive my personality is. I'm like, tonight I'm fucking making music. Oh fuck. But yeah, man, it's nuts. But I hope I do have a heap of retro games, so I do want to definitely set them up. I don't want them to go to waste, and I do like playing, like, especially Donkey Kong and shit like that. Fucking Mario and all that.
Yeah,
like what we grew up on, like.
I'll always go back to that game, but the trilogy of them, I'll always go back to them. I even just to test myself on a speed run, see how quickly I can complete it. I love doing that.
Yeah, well, there's dudes out there that they've got the world records, don't they?
Some of them are saying, like, I'm not like anything like that, but yeah. I think my best might have been 3 or 4 hours to 100% complete it.
Yeah, right. What, Mario 1 or?
No. Donkey Kong 3. Donkey Kong Country 3.
Yeah, right. Okay. I don't think I've played Donkey Kong Country. I've played Donkey Kong Country. I haven't played number 2 or number 3.
2's the best one.
Yeah. I've got number 2. I think I got number 3 off you, didn't I? Or number 2?
Yeah, you did.
I can't remember. Well, I haven't played it. I was all Donkey Kong mode there for a bit, and I played it, and I was like, yeah, smashing it, and then I was like, next conquest. What's next in my life? It's insane.
I did that with the arcade machine when I bought that when it came in May. It came in at about May. And because my dad's got pinball machines, like I just said to myself, that's it. Next year, that's my goal. I'm going to have an arcade machine by the end of the year.
Yep.
It took me 4 months. 4 months, and I saved up nearly, it was $2,250.
Yep.
I saved up a whole amount of money and bought it in 4 months after that. I was just like, how the fuck did I manage to fucking save up that amount of money?
That's the drive and the passion will do that. Anything.
Yeah,
you can do anything when you want something, man. It's insane.
The more money I was getting, because it was all tangible, it was all cash, I was like, all right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. Like it was more like, all right, let's keep going more.
Yeah, right. So tell me about the arcade, man, because I'm like you, man. I've always wanted one as well, but I'm getting to the stage where I'm like, fuck, man, where the hell am I putting all my time? And I'll tell you what's dangerous: Christmas holidays. Yeah. My brain will go into overdrive, and because I can actually spread my wings and I can put hours into all my hobbies. I'll be up till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock every night. I'll be getting so much shit done. I'll be like, fuck, I'm going to buy an arcade machine. I'm going to buy a pinball machine. I'm going to fucking game all night, and I'm going to take photos of action figures, and I'm going to make fucking couple of beats as well, and I'm going to fucking YouTube, because you've got all the free time, and then you go back to work and you're like, oh God, help me. What happened to all my time? So tell me about your game, man. Do you actually do you play it?
Yeah, you do. I do. Yeah, not as insanely as I thought I would when I bought it, but yeah, it gets a workout, definitely.
So it's one that's like replicated from an old style machine.
Yeah. So it looks exactly like the Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet.
Yep.
But it's got 2,100 games on it.
Oh wow! So what's inside it? Just a PC?
I'm assuming it is. It's just probably a hard drive with the emulators on it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you turn it on, what happens? Does it take you to like a menu that you can? How do you find out of these 2,000 games?
Yeah, so it'll loads up, boots up, and all that sort of stuff, and then it gives you a menu basically, and you scroll through the menu until you find the game you're after, and then press start and loads up.
So has it got a keyboard so you can type, or do you just keep scrolling?
Just scroll with the stick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, so what? Your old man's got a pinball machine, does he?
He's got 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, right. So he's actually, because my mate's got a pinball machine, and this happened to me about a month ago. He's helping me on my shed. He's got a pinball machine. He's a pinball crazy, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realise it was a thing. I knew people like pinball, but I didn't realise that people like you. They are pinball guys. They actually fucking like it'd be like I can understand Street Fighter and moves and playing it, but it's the same. I didn't realise it was the same type of way with pinball, and like these dudes they know the tricks, they know certain moves and things. I didn't even know that shit, and what I did then? I started looking up pinball prices.
Mate, they're expensive, mate. They're really expensive.
Oh,
my dad got a bargain. He got a Street Fighter 2 machine and a Ninja Turtles one, and both of them were $2,300 total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the price exactly, but it's quite funny actually. I don't know how this is why I don't go on Facebook much, because I get busted all the time. But I saw this pinball place that's around the corner from here, about an hour away, say. and they had a Batman, like 89 Batman pinball machine. And I wrote on there, got my eye on this or something like that, something stupid, right? Anyway, my missus comes over to me and she's like, you got something to talk to me about? I was like, oh, God, help me, what have I done? And that's bad when you don't even know what you've done. She goes, you want to get a pinball machine? I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, I'm thinking, what the hell have I done? And then when it was that, it made me piss myself because I was like, how the hell did you even see that? She goes, oh, I saw you liked it. I was like, see, that's why I don't go on bloody Facebook. I'm just going to get myself in trouble. But, I think the Batman pinball was like $4,000 or something, eh? It's investments.
Brand new one. Yeah. Like a brand new one can range anywhere between 6 to 10, just depending on which one you're after. But yeah, they're crazy, eh? My dad plays his probably every day.
Yeah, wow. And is he in a pinball club or something like that? Because I didn't realise that was a thing.
He probably doesn't know that it's a thing either. So
okay.
I could probably get him onto it. I don't know if I should, but
yeah. Well, if you do, he might get some more pinball machines.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'll probably inherit them one day anyway. So.
Yeah. And I didn't realise by searching them, of course, because I've got something wrong with my brain. Like I'll start, top 10 pinball machines ever and shit like that. And I didn't realise that Addams Family, apparently, have you ever played the Addams Family pinball machine?
I haven't. I think there might be one in Perth because we've had a arcade, like a bar arcade, open up in the city. So
yeah, cool.
I'm going there on Saturday, so I might have a look.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, here you go. Now you know, because old fucking Davey's done some fucking psycho research on it. But apparently the Addams Family pinball machine is the best one. Like for some unknown reason, it's just playability. And the reason, as soon as they said that, I was like, you know what? I used to play this motherfucker back when I was like 12 years old and I was going to the old roller skating rink, right?
Yeah.
And I'd go over and the machine goes and it does all this and it's got the hand and everything that comes down, and I was like, I actually spent some time on that machine and next to that had like Final Fight and Street Fighter. These are the games that were at this roller skating ring, and that was basically that they kept like these 5 standard games forever. And then, of course, the rink closed down and all where I grew up. I can't remember one of the two, but man, I was like, I don't remember all this shit. I didn't realise it was number one. So,
they probably sold them like on the cheap too. If they closed down, they probably like threw those out the door.
Yeah, bro. And I think like the Addams Family one now, like for a good condition one, of course, it because it's number one. Anyone who's got a collection has to have it, and it rolls up for like $6 or whatever grand, like. Bloody hell. So that's what I said to my mate who's got one. I said, like, if you want to invest some money, like if you've got some spare cash, go buy a couple of pinball machines. Like if you really wanted to start hunting on Gumtree or whatever, like. But yeah, it's insane, eh? How you can just go down these rabbit holes, man.
I know.
So you got the arcade machine, and Oh, it's good to hear that you play it because I'm glad you didn't, burn all the money. So it's got like the original Donkey Kong and shit like that on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So okay, here's one for you. What game do you usually go to and you play the most?
Ooh.
Do you always go, nah, this game's fucking awesome on you, and you've just what game have you put the most time into on it?
Oh. It's probably one of the arcade beat 'em ups. I think probably Punisher. I think there's a side scroller beat 'em up of the Punisher, and that actually was pretty damn sweet.
Yeah, right.
Player 2 plays as Nick Fury. So
and is that just an arcade only game? So you can't get it on any of the okay. Because which is the one that's arcade only and it's like the best one ever. I think it's like is it like Aliens vs Predator or something? And is there Aliens vs Predator on it? And I do remember when I was looking into it a while back that like that it was a really good arcade game, but they don't make it on any of the retro systems.
It has got what is it? Alien. Yeah, it does have Alien versus Predator.
And is there a Terminator as well, or a Predator, or something? It was something that was like outstanding.
Yeah. Because the AVP is actually on Super Nintendo as well, but it goes for a fair bit of money. So, but yeah, that is a good game too. I'm pretty sure I've beaten that as well from memory. Because you get unlimited coins, so you just keep chucking in the free plays, and then you can just play as much as you like.
Yeah, cool. So does it come with a coin slot?
Yeah, you can switch it between free play and chargeable play. So if you had an arcade, you could set it up and charge people to play it. But
well, you can get your mates around. You can get the old blackboard out and Russ number 1, you're number 2. Put $5 on the table.
That's it, eh?
That's the go. So let's talk about like your action figure stuff, because you're still pumping out videos on YouTube. I've seen that you got another one just coming out. Did it just come out like last week sometime?
It's on its way.
Yeah, I saw you posted coming soon.
Yeah, so it's ready to go.
Yeah,
I've basically just got to upload it to YouTube, and then within sort of 12 hours it'll be up and live. So
you
probably might start that tonight actually.
Yeah, right.
Like late. Yeah.
So
normally start it like before I go to bed, and then by the time I get up in the morning, it's pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. So, are you still? I know you're doing more on your gaming at the moment. Do you still think, well, fuck, I better dedicate a bit of time to your action figures, even though you're into, like, you've switched over to gaming a bit now at the moment, or?
Yeah, like if I get the inspiration like hit, like I'll because I've separated my games room with my ACBA stuff now. So my ACBA room, my ACBA setup is in our study, and all the props. Yeah, all the props and stuff are in there, but the action figures stay in the games room. So
yeah, right.
When the inspiration hits, I've got to get in there and sort of start working on it. Otherwise, it just goes by the wayside. So, but yeah, I mean, I've put up 2 videos this year, and I used to do 1 a month. So it's really sort of slowed down. A lot of reasons: work, kids, family life, all that sort of stuff. It all starts adding up, and you've got to be buying the stuff to have the content to post as well. So
that's it too, yeah. And so what number video will this be up to then? What number does that put you up to?
It's 28 now.
Yeah, wow, cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
so
man, it is hard, and man, I'm a fucking advocate for having like dreams of and aspirations of doing fucking mad things, and then life or just hobbies or just I used to care about it, but now I kind of just go fuck it and just roll. I just roll with it now. I used to let it really worry me, but now I'm like, you know what? I like a lot of shit, and I'm just going to roll with that. And it doesn't mean that I don't like the other thing anymore or any much more. Just means that I've just, I want to I've got fucking passions, and I want to put my time in them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really.
No.
But it's actually taken me a fucking while to succumb to it, to be like, like what you said, like, you got all these action figures sitting there, and sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks goes past because that shit goes past fast, and you think, fuck, I haven't touched me figures in ages. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I mean, I was only just speaking to another one of my mates the other day, and because I also collect Lego as well, and he's a hardcore Lego collector, and I told him I hadn't built a set this year, not that I could think of, and he pissed himself, and he says, fucking, I'm getting off I'm fucking, let's stop now. So, he was fucking, we're not even friends anymore, and I was like, but man, I've moved, I would call it fucking 3 times this year. It's fucking been a big year for me. Moving once is shit. Moving twice is shit. It's a beast. But I have got so much stuff packed away, so I'm kind of limited as far as you know. I haven't made any videos for action figures because I can't, because I don't have a setup. You know, I want to do it. I want to do it properly. I don't want to just go, well, here's my one cabinet. I want to have all my shit set up. You know, I want to make it look good. You know, right. So it's a bit where I'm sitting at the moment. But I have found I have been taking photos still constantly, because I can usually just grab one figure and just go take a snap. But I just don't have the setup, so that's why the videos have stopped. But I'm the same, man. Everything's busy, and it's hard, man. It is. So because you used to have all your action figures in your room, in your main room. You had your Toyfeld and things in there, so they've all moved out, have they? Yeah, well, when we moved, that was back in the old house. Oh, okay. And then we moved here. Like I got a games room, so it all came into here, which was good. Obviously, with the kid and stuff like that, it kind of separated the two. Yeah, cool. And it also meant like we can have a normal sort of looking house, and then have like everything in the games room. So cool. So is it locked off, or has it got a door to it so you can like close it off? It's got two doors to it, which is handy, because if I have mates and stuff over and we get on the piss, you know, like we can get a bit rowdy. Tend to lock some of the noise out. Yeah, cool. But, and then so you've at least got another like lounge room that you can at least chill and watch a bit of TV with. Yeah, that's right. So, for example, if I'm like tonight was normally my night to it's my freelance night where I can ACBA, video games, whatever I choose, and my missus will go watch Netflix in the living room. So cool. It's handy like that. Yeah, man. I used to have a pretty cool media room at my my old house, and it was it had like a bit of a study at one end and media room at the other end, and a door on it. It was ripper. With this new house, it does have, I wouldn't call it a media room. I'd call it's got like two separate lounge rooms at this point in time, because this house isn't super big, and because I'm waiting till my shed's up. I've put a couple of D-Tolfs in there. I dug out my record players. I went for a fucking vinyl scene thing there for about fucking 3 months. Still kind of going. Fucking every night I was scratching records for some unknown reason, but and I was playing like house music and shit. I was like, fuck, what's wrong with me? It was fun, man. I was having fun. But I'm thinking that I want to turn my garage into a really big ass media room. So then I'll probably build a secondary garage, like, so, you know, I want to kind of have what you've got. Have one dedicated big ass media room, or like you've got your games room, just so at least I can close it off. That's right. But man, I know we're, it's getting probably. Oh, it's not getting late for you. It's getting late for me. Yeah, it's early for you. Man, I want to ask you a couple more questions, man, and then fucking we'll log off and just chat. I want to know. We'll talk about, say, we'll do two, eh? We'll do action figures. Where do you get your inspiration for your action figures and your photos? Where do you get most of your inspiration from to go in and do your photos or do whatever you're going to do? It's hard to explain that. It's like that lightning kind of strike. Like, so it'll just pop into your head. And you're like, oh, that's it. Like, I've got that idea, and then that's why like you've got to jump on it as soon as it comes in, because like it can be as quickly in as a gone kind of thing. Like, so I'm like, all right, that's an idea. I'm going to do it. Like, at least get the basis of it started up, so I can like, keep it. It's almost like writing it down. Like, if I get the format of it set up on the table, then I'm underway, and then I can sort of develop it over the next week or two, like go in there, give it an hour, mess around with it a little bit, add this, take that away, switch this around, sort of thing, and then eventually get to that point where I'm like, okay, this is ready to sort of upload or whatever.
So
yeah, cool. And so none of your ideas, do you think, or your motivations driven from like movies or anything, or are most of yours just straight off top of your head? Like you get an idea and you're like, oh, I like that, or
yeah, it can be a multitude of sort of different things. Like if like a new figure might come out and it might complete a team, or it might it'll spark something. A movie can do that. A video game like the Spider-Man game that's sparked a heap of ideas. But I'm just, like some of them are posed ready to go. I just haven't gone in there and actually started doing anything with it yet. So
what do you do with your ideas? Do you write them down anywhere, or do you have you got like a big like fucking like pool, like a notepad? What do you do so you don't lose them, or do you just care not? You just do them, and if it goes, it goes.
I either write them in my phone, on the notes, or I have a whiteboard in the study where I'll write things down there as well.
That's my goal for my shed. I haven't figured out whether I want a whiteboard or a blackboard, but I want a fucking big motherfucking board, and because I'm going to fill that bastard with ideas. Trouble is I'll need to put like fucking lines down it, like right. Action figures, this, games, segregate
them.
Break that shit up. Well, let's talk about the games, and where do you get your motivation to like for this collection to be where it is, and like even like playing and things like that. Do you think to yourself, I want to finish a certain amount of games in a year? Because I know a lot of people have like, oh, this year I've beaten 25 games or 125 games, or is there like people that you look up to and you think, fucking, I want my collection to be a beast like theirs, or where does that come from?
That's a tricky question. I've never really been asking anything like that before. But yeah, I mean, the Nintendo, the 64 collection, definitely, it's that thing where I just like the completionist in me wants all of them. I want to have 100% of of all the games. So, but a lot of them are. When I started, it stemmed from like pure nostalgia. Like I had this as a kid. It brought me good memories. I want to relive those memories through that game, and then. Again, with the action figure thing, it's just kind of that snowball effect where like, oh, I don't have that one. I wonder what that's like. Or, I've heard this one's good. I want to go get that and see whether it actually is. Or I've heard this one's shit. I want to find out if it really is. Or, so that's where a lot of the motivation comes from. Or if I know it's worth good coin, like it's an investment thing as well. So, those are probably the three or four main motivators that really sort of set me up for
collecting and
collection goes.
And nostalgia is like the main focus kind of. What
a lot of it's nostalgia driven.
I actually as I've been doing these podcasts, I've been kind of getting good pools of questions that have just fucking gone boom and popped out of my head, and now after the last 2 or 3 that I've done with some cool guys, I've kept the questions going because I found it, it was the pinpoint that I really wanted to know about, and that was one of them. Was what motivates people, because that interests me to know. Where does your motivation come from? Because you've got to be motivated to get where you are. You can't. It's not just magic. You didn't just go on eBay and buy all the games because you've got them all set up. You know what I mean? That takes drive and effort and all that shit. That's why I asked the question, because some people think, well, I know some guys just like to collect them and they don't really play that much. So it's weird, but that's why I'm interested to know, because I have my own reasons myself, and what about, this is another good one that has come across, is because this is what I face all the time. You'll like this one. Is there a point where you are now, is there anything that you're thinking that it's gone too far? I need to get rid of some stuff. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Like, have I got too many action figures? Are you ever contemplating getting rid of shit?
No. Got to the point the other day.
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward. It got to the point the other day where I said, like, I nearly bought a new, like a Kallax IKEA shelf for like a second-hand one off May. And I said, where am I going to put this? And I contemplated blocking off one of the doors in order to get it in the room just to have it set up. And my missus was like, nah, you can't close the fucking door. So that's probably the point where I'm going, okay.
So you're running out of wall space. Yeah.
I'm reaching that like max limit amount sort of thing, or it's either that or, you know, something else has got to give, like, or rearrange in some form or another. So yeah.
Okay, so you've got a fucking full hardcore gaming issue going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Man, I got a funny story about that. At my old house, I had 4 D12s set up, and all the figures were in them. And then above them, I had Lego boxes to the roof. And we're not just talking about little baby ones. We're talking about like all the big sets all lined up. And so like you can line up about 20 big sets, right? And then on top, it was just the most hardcorest Tetris I've ever seen in my life. And my wife says to me, she says, this is the best thing that you'll hear. Why are you keeping all them empty boxes? And I said to her, I looked up and I was like, what the fuck are you on about? And I said, and then I was like, oh, I've just put the nail in the coffin here. I'm in big trouble. I said, mumbled under my breath, they're not empty. She's like, are they all sets that you have not built? And I went, yes. And I was like, and then I hearing it from someone else's mouth, man, I was like, we got a fucking problem here. And then the next question is the worst one is how much are those each? And I went, oh boy. Yeah. I said, look, do yourself a favour. Like, I'll just fucking walk out now. I still can. before your brain explodes. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So I 100% understand, man. But no, only moving like these last 2 times and having so much of my shit packed away. It put me in a bit of a whirlwind of thinking, well, hang on. Like, I've got figures, you know me, I've got figures that in the boxes, and now that I've moved this year, so that's another pretty well year, I have not opened shit. And I've had them in the box for potentially another year. So I'm starting to think, how long, at what time do you need to let go of some things? The collector in me says no, but the reality in me says that, you know, I probably do need to refine down my collection because, you know, fuck, we've only all got so much room. But
yeah, that's it.
No, man, that's awesome about your room because if you can, man, you got to send me a picture of it so I can use it for the thumbnail so everyone knows what we're actually talking about because this isn't just a couple of shelves. This is a full, you know, banging retro gaming room. Is cool. Man, we'll sign off and I will keep talking afterwards, man, if you want. But do you want to let everyone know whereabouts they can find you on the socials and things like that?
Yeah. So it's Nintendo Ninja on YouTube. It's Nintendo_Ninja on Instagram, and it's Russell James Fuller on Facebook.
All right, bro. Thanks for fucking coming on, man.